This is a meditation to come into deeper connection with yourself. So you can do this seated or lying down. Go ahead and find a comfortable place to bring your attention inward, somewhere where you won't be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so. Allowing your attention to get curious on what's happening inside you, in your inner world. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So just trusting yourself as you move through this process, this experiment. We're going to start with some visualization and imagery. So imagine yourself in some outside scenery. So somewhere in nature, wherever you're drawn. That could be land, water, mountains, desert. Wherever that pull of connection is for you. Where you feel you connect to yourself most deeply. Where in nature is that? And this is your meditation, so you get to add in and be creative in whatever ways feels right for you. But allow yourself to just explore the environment a little. Noticing temperature, texture, colors, scents. Noticing what sounds are there. Just taking in the environment, being really curious about it. And we'll call this environment your place of connection. So notice if you feel drawn to sit and kind of settle in somewhere, or if you feel more of an energy of movement where you want to walk, move the body. Either one is fine. Just letting yourself go towards what calls you. And wherever you are, whether you're seated or moving or standing, whatever the position, take a moment to connect inward. So you're seeing yourself in this image, connecting inward, and you're feeling that inner connection. Just greeting yourself. Hi, I'm here with you right now. Maybe you're speaking to your heart. Maybe you're speaking to the parts within you, your inner child or teenager. Maybe you're even talking to your pain. Notice what's rising to the surface of your awareness. What wants your attention? And if you don't notice anything, nothing is something too. Just paying attention. Just holding that curiosity. And even if you do jump to judgment, staying open and curious about the judgment. Noticing, oh, I have this tendency to judge. Isn't that interesting? Maybe even asking some questions. I always like to notice, how friendly am I feeling toward myself or this part? Sometimes we get so kind of enmeshed within ourselves that we can't really flesh out what's happening. So if we're friendly towards ourselves, even towards our pain, then that is an indication that we are holding ourselves in kind of like a divine regard, right? Like our higher self, our self energy is present. So how friendly am I feeling towards myself? Towards what's coming up to the surface? And then opening your palms upward. So with one hand on each side. And if you're standing or walking, just do this to the best of your ability in your imagination. And in one hand, let's say the left hand, imagine that you're holding the most open, loving, generous, kind, forgiving parts of yourself. Like that energy is in your hand. And just feel it. Feel the space that it takes up. Feel the temperature, the warmth, the love. And allow it to stay there in the left hand. And now direct your attention to the right hand with that palm up in the right hand as well. And in that hand, we're going to invite in some of your pain. That could be sadness, sorrow, grief, anything that's kept you separate from yourself. Disappointments, rejection, whatever that is. And imagining that in your right hand. Imagine holding that and just paying attention to the space that takes up. The energy of that. Seeing it and engaging with it sort of like a science project. Being curious. Not identifying with any of it, but just acknowledging, holding. And if at any time you feel overwhelmed by this right hand, bring your attention back over to the left hand, to the love, the warmth, the connection, the gratitude, and feel that. And if you're able to stay with the right hand, imagine each sort of memory or feeling or sensation, however it shows up for you. It might be a memory or an image. It might be a gut feeling or a pain in the heart. It's different for everyone. But imagining those coming up one at a time. And allowing that image or memory or feeling to to have the stage, to be there for it without trying to push it away or make it wrong or bad or judged, but letting it be there, letting it not be wrong. Maybe it even has a little bit of wisdom for you. And once you feel like the charge of that memory or feeling or sensation has gone down to where it feels kind of neutral, invite that pain, we'll call it, that has been neutralized into the heart, and feel it almost walking into the heart. Feel it being welcomed by all of the love energy in the left hand. Feel all of that warmth, that welcoming, that unconditional love as a sort of part of you is coming back to you, is being reclaimed, is being loved. And then you just continue doing that with whatever arises in that right hand, whatever feelings, memories, and maybe you only want to do a couple right now. Maybe you come back to it. Maybe you build confidence a little at a time. But the more that you welcome in, the more that you make space for, the more that you permission to be there, the more you become. It's like you stop siphoning away parts of yourself, because all of those parts are what make you you, are what are the human parts of you, your humanity. And this includes our shame, it includes our anger, our grief, our pain, the things that most of us want to run from, want to hide. And so you're welcome to pause this and move through more of those memories or images or sensations. Or if you're ready, we're just going to move into the next step of this, which is where we're just feeling the right hand and the left hand, just kind of noticing. Maybe it's even noticing the entire right side of the body. And then noticing the entire left side of the body. And to bring some integration, sort of a way to flow the energy of love through the body, we're going to embark on a practice called alternate body breathing, where we're breathing through different sides of the body, the left and the right. So just breathe normally. And then on your next inhale, you're going to inhale, imagine that you're breathing through the left side of the body. So feel the energy through the entire left side of the body as you inhale. Hold your breath and imagine the energy kind of transferring to the right side. And then as you exhale, imagine that energy filling the right side of the body. And then inhale through the right side of the body, filling upwards. Feel the energy move through the midline. And then exhale through the left side of the body, going down, feeling the energy moving down. Then inhale, fill up the left side of the body. Feel the energy shift through the midline. And exhale through the right side of the body. And now just breathe normally. And notice how your energy is moving. If you can feel or sense the energy dancing or moving or shifting, or maybe even just staying the same. Maybe it's calm. And bringing your imagination back to the outdoor scenery that you're in. And take a moment to just notice how you feel in that environment now after that little exercise. And then imagine that wherever you're at, there's this big mirror in the middle of this environment. Sort of like a magical mirror. And it sort of symbolizes judgment and how we all judge, right? We judge ourselves, and that disconnects us from ourselves. But as you go towards the mirror, notice what happens as you look at yourself in the mirror. As you're aware of all of that love energy, all of that connection to yourself, and feel now that this mirror that once signaled judgment is now a gateway to transforming judgment into compassion and understanding. And imagine yourself walking into and through the mirror, because it's this magical gateway. And as you step through it, you're on the other side. And it's a new environment. It's an environment that is being populated by the moment. Everywhere you look, it shifts and changes into the most beautiful and comforting environment. Just take a moment to take all that in, all of the beauty around you, and just notice what stands out to you the most. Maybe it's a color or an animal, a feeling, an image, or even just a knowing. And imagine that entering into you as well. And then when you're ready, when you feel complete, imagine yourself walking back out of this imagery into your body in present moment right now, wherever you are, sitting, lying down, wherever you are in your reality environment. And let yourself just stay here for as long as you'd like. If you want to journal, you can. If you want to take a nap, that's great too. And just enjoy the glow of self-connection. Thank you.